Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Voices of the Void, a game in which we begin our new job manning and maintaining a remote, empty base, listening for signals from the stars. In doing so, it's essentially a combination workplace and cosmic horror game. Now, you guys loved the last couple of times I played this game, but I wasn't really playing correctly. I was playing it in a very rushed fashion, trying to see everything I could in as short of a time as possible. This time, I have a lot more time to record, in part thanks to my lovely patrons, and I want to do this right. As a result, this may end up being a bit of a longer video. However, I think those of you who want to see me play this game, that's exactly what you want. I mean, after all, what are those amazing moments, if not contrasted against the long stretches of just lonely, isolated spookiness? So we'll just create our save, and in we go. Now, as an appropriate introduction to our lonely new job, we're placed here at the gate to the park in the dead of night, and left to walk our way through these woods to the base. One of my favorite things about this game is that it hammers home the isolation by actually giving you the run of this entire preserve that this base is on. So we need to grab ourselves a snack. If I can only remember how we actually pick it up. It's been a while, I may have to actually consult the keybinds. Alright, there we go, and I have also subsequently reloaded so I would get every last bit of food and sleep back. And we begin our walk through this massive preserve in the hopes of finding our base, but even before arriving, we can still see those towers silhouetted against the night sky, their one red light glowing. I really love the decision to place you in here at night because it serves several purposes. First, to give you a much greater feel for the vastness of this place, to really hammer home how spooky it is, how alone you are, and how easy it would be for you to get lost in here and never find your way out. And it gives you a sense of not being safe, of this not being your home. It doesn't want you to feel like this place is only spooky when night falls. It wants you to feel almost unwelcome upon arrival, I think. But I'm really worried that I'll end up losing the path. Even if I do stay on the path, if I make one wrong turn, if I miss one sign in the dark, well, that could put me quite a bit of walking out of my way, which would be really disastrous. As I've said, there's two major components to this game. There's the actually doing your job of decoding signals from the stars, and then there's the base maintenance. The time you spend lounging around, waiting for stuff to happen. The time you spend taking your ATV out onto these trails and trying to fix things that are broken. This way to base. Good, we're on the right track. And in doing so, you sort of become intimately familiar with all the elements at play here. It makes the aberrations in that routine all the more standout, I suppose I should say. This game has such an eerie soundtrack to it, doesn't it? I think I'm going to be leaving in a lot more silence to this video, cutting a lot less. Because so much of this game, well, it's those introspective moments. Oh, I think that's the tower beside the base. I was really unnerved. I feel like this happens every time I start a new game, where I'm caught off guard. Did you hear that? Okay, I just got scared by bush. I'm gonna keep moving. Did you? It sounded like a couple of really rapid footsteps in the bushes off to my right. You heard that, right? That wasn't just something... Oh my god. I'm having flashbacks. Do you guys remember... Do you guys remember, those of you who watched last time, the last time I played this, what I discovered out there? I'm going to try to keep what I already know to a minimum, which is not very much, to be honest. But good lord, what I know is that the developers of this game, they know the world they've built. They know that the world they built is vast. They know that players will want to explore it during all the free time they're going to have. And I know that there are things to find out here. This game has been updated a fair bit, so encountering something like that without finding anything else first, well, that's totally unprecedented, which means I have no idea what that could have been. There are things that my mind immediately went to, but I don't think it's any of those things. Alright, oh right, we need to get the code. Password 1111. Sure, why not? Now, we've got a lot of classic source sounds in this game, huh? Can we pick these up? Oh, we can. I'm gonna start... You know, I'm gonna have a lot of downtime. I'm gonna start trying to tidy up the base. I hate this moment. I hate this moment when you arrive at night and the base is all dark and you haven't turned the lights on yet. You almost expect to turn them on and see some figure hunched in a chair turn around and quickly scurry into a corner. This is our new home for the next... God knows how long. No, 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 no! I was not ready for that yet. But thankfully, we find our chair horror-free. At least for now. And that big bay window is the view that's going to be greeting us for the duration of our stay. Now, I'm going to need a moment to get acclimated, because there's things we're going to want to start on right away, but there's also... But first, I want to get all the lights on. I always forget that for some reason we have a bunch of mannequins just stashed all around, including one in my bed. God, that's unnerving. The one in InSound Mine wore it better. Get over here, you. Now, the thing about this game is that it understands that good horror requires immersion. It requires you to be able to place yourself into the role of the character you're playing as. And it maximizes that relatability by making this place feel lived in, by making you feel like you're communicating with colleagues, even if it's just through sticky notes, by having all this clutter everywhere that you can choose to clean or add to at your leisure. You just feel every moment of your character's day-to-day, and in doing so, you engage far more. And you feel your heart sink when something weird happens, as if it was happening to you working the night shift. Now let's have a sit-down, if I can remember how to do so. Oh, that's right, we just climb straight into the chair. Cool. And see what it is we're doing here. Let's check our email. Dr. Bao. Hi, I'm Dr. Bao. I will be responsible for your daily tasks. In short, I'll ask you to do a quick task at the start of every day. First, I'll request a specific amount of drives. These can range from level 0 drives to level 3. I understand your situation, however, and will not request a drive you can't obtain. The second task I'll ask of you is a simple satellite checkup. Go to the satellite, type in SV hash into the server, and write down the server number in a note. For example, Walter7258. Once you've done that, attach it to the lid of the drive box and send it off with the drone. I've left a little notebook on the table. You can tear some pages out for your notes. As usual, you'll get a nice bonus if you complete these for me. Have a nice day or night wherever you are. And now Professor Leah's email. Welcome to your new job, Dr. Kell. My name is Leah, your main supervisor. You probably got through the learning period, but I'll remind you what your job is and what to do. In short, your job is basically scanning the sky for anomalous signals. That is your main task. Another task is to process the data of these signals and send us the data stored on the analog drives. You'll get a reward for each one, and if you process the signal on further levels, you'll get more points. Next task is to look after these big satellite dishes, its servers, and calibration. You can recalibrate satellites remotely through the console panel, but if the satellite server shut down, you have to manually fix it. The server is inside the satellites. Alright, I think that's it. The nuclear reactor is not yet implemented, so you don't need to worry about that. Gather the signals, process them, sell results to us, look after the satellites, and that's it. Good luck. Yep, that's all. And as you can see, we have all kinds of modules, upgrades, all kinds of things, all things we can buy when we earn credits. There is a lot for us to do in this game, and, well, a long, lonely stretch between them. If we look over here, we can see that all of our servers are currently working fine. There's our autosave. However, I am going to be staggering saves so I don't accidentally screw this whole thing up. Okay, now if we ping all of these servers, it'll slowly start to load them all. And as these roll by, since we just got here, we'll see that all of these satellites appear to be functioning correctly, which is good, because tonight all I want to do is get started on looking for a signal. So in order to do that, what we'll have to do is first start looking for coordinates. We'll send out a ping and see which directions we get a response from. Oops, nothing good. So let's scan around a little more and try again. Well, I can see something here. Maybe I'm pressing the wrong button. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Invalid object. Okay, now there's another one right here. Yeah, this works a little bit differently from the last time I played. Ah, there we go. We've got a successful ping. And if we look outside, I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. Yeah, you can't really tell out there, but right now, all of those satellites are going to be slowly turning to point towards whatever it is we just discovered. Some faint signal from the stars above. So now we're going to come over to this thing right here, if I can remember how to actually do this. So we'll toggle the polarity filter. Now that's going to scan around, and we want to see if we start getting output data. And as soon as we find something, we'll know that, well, we're getting closer to it. Now in a 360-degree check, we didn't find anything, so we're going to change it that way. We'll keep it pretty fast for now, actually. Ah, so we've got something there. So let's turn it back the other way. This is the one thing I'm probably going to cut a fair bit of. Oh, wait, I can put my mouse here, right? Some of you guys told me this last time. And control it like that. There we go. Excellent. And a 99.9. Now we have to switch to the frequency filter. So let's do that. And see where we get a hit. Ah, right back there. Now let's use a smaller increment. Exciting, but this is science, and now you'll see that we're starting our download, but it is going to take some time. Now if you look in our bottom left, we are also responsible for maintaining our sleep and hunger, with negative effects happening if we fail to do either one. So pretty soon we're going to want to eat and sleep. Generally, you want to do some sleeping while it's going like this, because, as I found out in some of my previous attempts, death spirals are certainly a thing. Now, if you look at this, it seems like it's detecting our radar some anomalies in the area, or at least entities. 2 of them being right nearby to the tower. I have no idea what those things are, but, well, I don't feel like stepping outside in the dark, not right now. But for now, we should be doing okay. And I'm going to try to get myself some shut-eye. Maybe have a little bit of a snack beforehand. Oh, look, there's a convenient MRE right here that we can munch from. Nom nom nom. And that'll keep us going for a little while longer. Oh, look at that beautiful sky. That's what motivated people to build all this, no doubt, but are we gonna like what answers back? That's the question. We could stand to replace our flashlight batteries, so let's see how this signal scan is going. And during the day, that wall of green, the orange haze of the morning sky, it actually takes on a very different feeling, doesn't it? That's one of my favorite things about this game, is just how different the job feels by day and by night. Whether you're out there, whether you're in here, it manages to do a lot with its space, but that feeling of eeriness and not being alone somehow never leaves you. Alright, how are we doing over here? Ah, it's ready. So what that means is that we can now grab this drive, stick it in here, right? And we can save the signal, right? I'm gonna have to remember how to do all this. Upload, extract data, no. Ah, there we go, now that's saved. We can upload, extract, and now we have one of these things. Now what we could do is play the signal. However, because we haven't processed this at all, and we don't have the means to process it right now, we're not going to get very much out of it. Yeah. So if we upload that and play signal, you'll notice that all we get is garbled noise. So let's just load that back into here, take this here, and we'll just leave it right about here, seems right. And we'll send that out with the next drone. Now, we get money for each of these things that we send out, so right away we're going to want to begin the hunt for another. There's something right there. This would be actually a very good game to stream, in my opinion, for those who do want the silence. I mean, I won't know until we start how we're going to edit this thing, and now I can show you these great towers turning. It really is an engineering miracle. Such a testament to human curiosity. And the desire to socialize, I suppose. I mean, us here on Earth all alone, it's kind of like it's COVID and we don't have Tiger King. Now we'll be able to start looking here, toggle the polarity filter, and start hunting for another signal. I'm getting back into the swing of this already, which is going to save a whole ton of time in this Let's Play. Polarization left. Are you still spinning at that usual speed? Yes, but once you've gone 360 degrees around and up, you are on this thing. Okay, actually we can speed you up and then slow you right back down because we know you're getting close. There we are. Perfect 100. It's like seeing the DVD logo hit the corner. And now we'll drop you all the way down. We see you there. Yep. 99 is good enough, and you'll start downloading more quickly than the other. And let's go see about some of the other parts of this base. 1111, and that gives us access to the drone bay. I really don't like these guys, but I suppose when you're lonely, you can always amuse yourself. In order to traverse this park, we have access to this ATV, which will be responsible for maintaining and gassing up, but it is our passport to the greater park. And it is beautiful indeed. I feel like this game and the lighting gets prettier every single time I come back here. Well, let's get these rocks out of the way. Why are these things just left on the bay like this? Absolute filthy slobs, the last people who lived here. And we're also going to want to start breaking open some of these crates. Now that is actually hard and takes a long time to do, but it's going to be essential early on to keeping our hunger up. One of my main goals for this playthrough is to take my time more so that I don't end up literally scrounging around in the woods for mushrooms to keep myself going. We're going to want to keep our progression a little bit more in check. But by day, this base doesn't look so bad. I don't think there's any reason to turn the lights off during the day. But we can always tide ourselves over with toilet burgers. And as you can see, we actually get achievements for finding them all. 21 of them scattered around, and I don't believe there's any ill health effects from eating them, so why not? Anything in these here lockers? No such luck, of course. Can we climb into them? We can. I don't know if I've noticed that before, but now that I do... Oh, and quite ominously, we do also have the ability to lock these doors, requiring a passcode to open them again. Every once in a while, we're going to want to check these servers to see if they're still blinking green, and ping the satellites to find out if we have to go pay them a visit. So let's see how these are doing. You never want this to run out of control. It's okay if one or two of them are down, and X-ray is indeed down. But you're better to do it while you're ahead and not leave things to chance for too long. If too many of these are down, we'll start to lose our ability to interpret signals. So here's our map. X-ray is in the southwestern corner. Okay, well, now would be a good time to gather up. Actually, there's our save, and that's actually a good time to make a manual save. Oh, wait. The saves are manual. We can't stagger our saves? Oh, that is so actually really annoying. So it is actually still possible for us to totally screw this. Alright. Well, let's go. And somebody forgot to put the parking brake on. Now, if we follow these signs, because I'm already turned around, we don't have the benefit of a map. Okay, so Whiskey's over there. X-ray should be pretty far away, down that way even. Oh wait, do I? Okay, I was going so slow, I wasn't sure if we did have the parking brake on. Alright, luckily we have these signs to guide us. You can actually go faster, however, I don't want to be using expensive fuel and maybe leave myself high and dry. But yeah, when you're out here during the day, it honestly is just a leisurely stroll. Now, the horror comes in when you get stuck out here at night, which sometimes is just completely out of your control. I think contrast is a big part of what makes horror work, and I don't know if I've ever played a game that plays more to contrast than this one. The wonder and terror of finding out what's out there, the fear and beauty of these vast natural parks. The excitement of having this job and the mundanity of knowing you're just going to be sitting around most of the time. All of these things come together to make sure that even a relatively minor scare can land so much more. So I think, if nothing else, this game is a great case study. Now, we haven't seen a sign that pointed us to a tower in a while, so I really, really hope that this is X-ray. All these are doing is pointing us to base. Let's remember to put our parking brake on. Ah, this is X-ray, so our navigation was correct. Oh, and this is something really special. Hang on. Hopefully we'll get a good angle once we can climb up here. Oh, listen to those chirping birds. The ambiance in this game is amazing. As are the vistas. Look at the way these trees slowly blow in the breeze. And it's from here that you get an idea for just how vast our responsibilities actually are, in every sense. And now we get to fix this server. So all we have to do is solve these math problems. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 9 plus 4 is 3. Oh, wait, I forget how this actually works. Do we use... I think we actually have to use the last digit of the answer. All right, 1 plus 2 is 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. 3 minus 7 is negative 4. 6 plus 8 is 14, right? Yeah, 14. 2 plus 7 is 9. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 8 plus 9 is... Oh, crap. When it rolls over the decimal, that's when it really screws me over. 17, right? And now this is fixed. Now from here, while we're out here, we can use all these commands from any of these terminals. So if we SV ping, we can see that everything else still appears to be working, and as long as we keep on top of this, we should be fine. However, as time goes on, we're going to be stringing more and more together, and we're going to have to manage our time better and hit multiple in each hit. The first time I played this game, I thought I had to hit all of them and get the hash code from them every day, and I drove myself absolutely crazy doing that. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know what's near here, but once again, I want to make sure that you don't have to watch my other videos to play this, so I'll just keep that to myself for now. There's absolutely nothing stopping us from going off-road, and maybe to an extent I will be doing that throughout this playthrough. But remember, this is a park. People hike out here, people go missing out here, there are all kinds of other research things going on out here. And not to mention maybe things we don't even know about. Things I don't know about. I mean, I'm talking like I know something you don't, but that really isn't too much. And a lot more has been added since last time I played. Who just let a full tree spring up in the middle of the road? But these signs will guide us back to base. Here we are. These bridges, and by extension the river, actually do act as a good natural compass, I've found. A good way of telling you which way you're meant to be going. And if all else fails, finding high ground and looking for this tower always helps. But let's just park ourselves back in the bay. Here we are. But this is complete, and we need to grab ourselves another drive. We have a whole bunch of freebies stacked up right here, but over time, we're going to be responsible for ordering more and maintaining our own stocks. So if we save signal to that, we can upload you, and since we can't decode you right now, we can drop you right here. But if I remember correctly... in previous versions, there was a drive already here, was there not? Let's begin our search once more. And we find something right away. Yeah, this is very different. But I must say, far less frustrating. There we go. And they'll start on that. And of course, we're going to want to constantly keep pinging these things. How's our radar doing right now? Still all the same stuff, it looks like, so we're still good on that front. You've got that, so we need to begin our search once more. Oh, the lock is on. See, I feel like features like this, even like the tedious scientific tasks, it forces you to get invested, I think. It forces the player to really engage with what's happening in front of them. Narrows your focus to a sharp point, so that whatever happens as a result is all the more unexpected. But now that will begin going, and it is going very quickly despite the lack of upgrades, which is a very good sign. I really feel like I'm starting to get the hang of this game. But in the meantime, this place is filthy. I wonder, do we actually have like a designated dumping area? I feel like we would benefit from that, maybe around the back of the garage bay? I'm just saying, it seems really bad that we don't even have, like, a dustbin or something. And I've still yet to understand how we can actually get into this bunker. Whoop. Ah, here we are. Here's where we dump all our trash. It seems like the raccoons have been through here already. Oh, we can actually even interact with the lids. But I think for our purposes, for right now, the ground does fine. How do we access our inventory? Tab? Now, I wonder if we can't find some mushrooms out here. Ah, here we are. Now, apparently these spawn constantly, so we can actually top off our hunger using these things. They grow all throughout the woods and around our base, so they can help in dire times. Again, how much did it cost to build this place, and we can't just keep like a mini fridge or something? Actually, we should probably move this thing off of the drone's landing pad. Anything of use in these lockers? It got me again. I forgot it was there, and it got me again. Tools to break the boxes with. Yep. Now, you can actually grab these things and use them as a weapon. However, some have said that going like this is actually the move. And it still takes forever, so we're not going to do it this way. That's the one thing we're actually really storing. Oh, and we're definitely going to use one of these batteries right now, because the last place we want to have that problem is when we're out in the woods at night. Sometimes you do stare out this bay window during the day and think about what this place is going to become in a few hours. Oh, but wow, this is already done, actually. Well, let's grab another drive. At this rate, we're gonna be going through these like crazy. Okay, now that's 100, 100. And we can see it's resolving something, but at this rate, that's the thing that's holding us back. All of this can be upgraded, and that's definitely something we're going to want to start looking into at a certain point. Anything in these lockers? No. They really do just leave us high and dry out here, huh? 4, 3 minus 8 is negative 5, 4 plus 5 is 9, 1 minus 2, negative 1, counting with Chris. 8 minus 2 is 6, 2 plus 7 is 9, 3 minus 2 is 1, and 2 minus 7 is negative 5. Excellent, and that's all for now. I don't quite remember what these things do. Are these just for the radar? Which appears to still be the same. I don't know what they're detecting so close here. Tell you what, while we wait, why don't we head over here and try climbing this tower, see what we can find up there. Oh, I hope somebody left a cheeseburger. I did finally climb this in the last part, but I don't remember what we actually found. Okay, just keep looking up. Do not look down. Because something about seeing these bars pass on my left and right is really triggering the fear of heights in me. I don't even like standing on, like, a stepladder in real life, so this would absolutely kill me. You don't have to play the sound of the wind blowing. Why do you do that? Game knows exactly what it's doing. Even up here, there's filth. Filthy, filthy, filthy. Oh, why did I look at that happening? Oh, I hate myself. There's food, but not for me. Maybe there's something in this crate. This is what I'm choosing to do with my time. It didn't even break open. Well, I guess there's nothing much to do out here, but sit and observe. I'm not gonna lie, I can definitely see the serenity. There doesn't seem to be anything we can do with this at this time. Maybe that's intended for a later update. But I am more than ready to climb down. Pressing S was one of the scariest things I've done. We all know how that usually works out in FPS games, but it seems like this game has more or less got it figured out. Looking to the side actually isn't that bad. Looking down sorta is. Looking down really sorta is. Alright, crate, you're in astonishingly good shape. Can't put object. Well, I'll be the one to tell you where I can and can't put an object. You can go right here. There, you can be our railing decoration. Make sure no horrible big feets get in here. Now, how's this going? There you are, 100%, and you've resolved the image. Save signal, upload extract data, and soon we'll begin looking for another. This is going astonishingly well for a first day. I can't help but notice the sun is beginning to set. I don't know if we'll be able to get this before midnight. We probably will. Alright, are you ready? There you go, and there you go. Let's take the lid off of this box. Come on. And, how do we do this? In, and in, and in, and in. And that should fetch a nice price for early game. I don't think we have to send it with a report tonight. Right, no. And it is still 5 hours to go until midnight, so I think we should be fine to call the drone for the first time. And this thing is honestly super duper cool. So let's turn on these lights. Now, the thing is, this whole game has a very 80s vibe. I feel like all this stuff, like, when it was better known, when there was more interest in it, was around that time. But it makes it clear throughout that this is, in fact, the modern day. It's just a neglected program that, well, I guess there's a theme of being neglected. A theme of loneliness. A theme of things not having the resources that they probably should. But this tells us the drone's distance to us, currently 5.5 kilometers out. And pretty soon we'll get to see it take it away, and we'll receive an email thanking us for essentially useless data. And apparently this program doesn't have any computers to decode it elsewhere either. Package received, and for that we received 20 points in our account. Joke? I don't know if it was a joke, but please don't waste these drives, okay? We're not funded enough to waste these legacy things. Okay, well, this is all your fault for not actually allowing me to process these. Yep, there goes Charlie. Is Charlie close by? It is pretty close. Maybe we do go for it? That might even be it right there. I'll be honest, I'm really apprehensive about this because of the events of my initial arrival to the base. But it's not like I've got anything better to do. Actually, I do have better things to do, and that's to eat. Let's see if we can't find one of these other cheeseburgers that's around. Ooh, there's one right under the bed right there. All reliable. Nom nom nom. But since we're doing sort of okay now, let's step out into the dark. These are among the more ominous parts of the game. And I don't have to be doing this right now, but like I said, you just never feel alone in this. Charlie should be out this way, shouldn't it? I can't read that bottom sign, though. Hang on. It's just blank? ... No, Charlie should be dead ahead, shouldn't it? The red glow from that bunker is really spooky looking in the dark. You stay here. It's gotta be forward, right? I mean, if X-ray was in the opposite direction... Anything new to report? You actually are reporting something new. All the way on. It's flipped for some reason, which is really stupid. But there is something being picked up on radar on the outer edge of the base, in the northwest, I guess. Well, now we get to begin yet another foray into this place, knowing full well that there's something out here. Using the lights on these signposts as beacons. The problem is, in the dark like this, I can't see where I'm going when the terrain is like this. You say you're pointing to golf. See, the thing is, this game doesn't have the light blue tinge that many games call night. This is true advanced darkness. If you don't have a light, you can't navigate. Just like I have completely lost my sense of direction. Are you kidding? Okay, I've gotten completely lost and turned around. But there's a dish right here that can maybe tell us roughly where we are. I mean, really, using these things for navigation is also a perfectly valid strategy, and in fact necessary at times. But I do not like stepping off of these things. As opposed to the beauty of before, you really realize how vulnerable you are when you're out here at night. Now, which base are you? I could have checked downstairs, but... Which are you? You're Foxtrot. You know what? There's two paths out of the base, and what I'm realizing is that I didn't take the bridge, so I'm on, like, the complete wrong side. I'm on the complete wrong side of the base. I just hate navigating out here at night. It's so difficult. And no! Almost ran right into the river because I can't even see the bridge in front of me. Okay, right here. The middle of these three lights should be it, I suppose. Okay, you're Charlie. Thanks for nothing, signs. But at least we know what we're doing now. You're fixed. If we run an SB ping, I'd bet more of you are already broken, right? Well, it looks like we're good for now. It's just every once in a while, when I'm just waiting for a computer to finish doing something, or just listening in general, I'll feel like I hear something that stands out from the ambiance. This game is impossibly dark at night. And now we've got to make our way back. Oh, hey, it's the drone. Oh, and look, it's a meteor shower. That's pretty cool. Oh, I don't think I've ever noticed one of these before, at least not while I was awake. But every night the drone comes and drops off a care package. We do get something, and it's not enough to sustain us by a long shot, but, well, it's ours and it's good. I gotta get back onto the road. I can't even find the road. You take 2 steps off of it, I feel like Little Red Riding Hood. You know, even though it's not illuminating the ground at all, it does make it seem that much brighter out here, doesn't it? Provides some nice contrast with the buildings against the sky. And it's pretty gorgeous to look at on top of everything. I don't know if it actually means anything for us, but hopefully the drone got some good pics. Anyway, we could not get back here fast enough. And I am more than happy to close the door on this particular chapter in my life. Ooh, wait. There's something back there. One of these that's been left undone. Well, I will happily help myself to that MRE they left. Already gone. And we have another one of these. Switches! Thank you, pallet! Thank you for the jump scare. Oh my god. Wait, how? Wait! Okay, well, I'm awake now. Let's bring this over here. Keep it with the others. Might as well have one in reserve, because you're done now. And we can save signal, add you, and you'll be ready to go out. Now, as for the other one, though, that's pretty interesting, and I wonder if we can't maybe get something from it. It doesn't look like it's been processed, but maybe we should hold on to it until we can? Oh, you know what? We can actually save the signal. We can save and make copies, right? There you go. Okay, well, for now, we'll just leave you over here to mark you as the one. And begin the search for another thing, but let's actually check our email as well. Daily task. Good morning, pal. There's a task for today. You need to bring us 1 signal of level 0, and for that we will get literally 1 more point than everything else we got. We also got to check and report on Lima and Charlie. Well, we were just at Charlie. How far apart are they? Of course, they're actually not too far away. We can do that in the morning. But before then, we'll want to get another one of these things going. We already have enough to complete our main objective, so I'm not worried about that. I think our first day is going to be a fairly easy-going one. In the meanwhile, we'll just stash you here so we know we have our objective. Part of the reason I think the survival aspects of this game should be toned down is because so much of the game should just be this. I feel like you don't spend enough time just sitting in this chair, staring off into the space in front of you, wondering what's staring back. looking over your shoulder at what might be peeking through the doorway. In a situation like this, I would always feel eyes from behind me. Seems like all our servers are good, and with all that being the case, I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Honestly, who could sleep, though, knowing those mannequins are standing over you, right? Rise and shine, early morning, and we have got a lot to do today. Still fairly dark outside because the ground has not yet been illuminated, even though the sky has. And we're almost there. Seems like it's taken quite a while on this one, though. Charlie is down. Didn't I just fix Charlie? Alright, well, we're going out that way anyway. Let me just make sure I have some paper to write on, and we'll get a move on. Now, by daylight, it should be a little bit easier to navigate out here. There is such an unbelievably steep learning curve to this game, and the tutorial is not very good. And not that there's any point in investing in a good tutorial, considering so much of this is in such ever-changing development. But good lord, man, sometimes... now we've actually got to cut through here. Yeah, there's actually no road to the bridge. No wonder I was having such difficulty finding it in the morning, or last night, rather. But we are heading for Charlie and Lima. And with the eerie music still playing when we come out here, I can't help but wonder if I felt something staring back at me from the edge of the lights during the night. Is the morning really any better? I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I have heard a couple of other people talk about it on the Discord. Morning can be just as creepy, if not more so, than night. It's that moment where you feel like you've just made it, but, well, there's still that contrast that your eyes have trouble adjusting to. And it still feels like night, to be honest. Alright, counting with Chris. 7, 12, 12 again. 1, 1, Alright, so you're fixed again. And we need to get the SV hash code from you. And now we get the pleasure of writing that down. Now, something that I forgot about is that we can actually SV target. I'd completely forgotten about this, and it would have been really helpful last night. We can SV target Lima. And now our compass will point in that direction. At the cost of losing our regular north, south, east, west. I don't know if there's a way to get that back. But it should be right over there somewhere. Another thing about the morning. If you thought there was something staring at you by night, well, do you really feel any better knowing you'll be able to see it? I guess the answer to that question depends on what you actually expect is out there, doesn't it? As for me right now, I'm really paranoid because so much has changed in this game. But once we see it start to turn, that's how we know we're close to our objective. Oh, and can we run from here the SD call-all? There we go. Now what does that precision mean? Papa is having precision issues, but oh, I see, it brings them all back up to 100%. I think this is something that I was missing in previous playthroughs, but thankfully some of you helpfully informed me that this is something I should be doing. Now at the end of the day, when we send out our signals, we're just going to also attach that report to the top of the box, and we'll get our nice big bonus. Don't ask me why that's necessary when we communicate by email, but hey, it's not my job. Actually, it is my job. Alright, save signal, and put you in, and there's another one for the box. Actually, wait. Oh, okay, I was really worried that I had put a blank one in there. That would really cause a ruckus. I feel like the tasks in this game are perfect for job place horror, because they're involved enough that you're actually invested in doing them, but monotonous enough that you don't actually fully care. you're not just waiting around for scares, you are actually genuinely trying to do these things, but all the while you know it's not the main event. You're basically lulled into sleep by it. And speaking of sleep, that's something I could really need, as well as food. But we're once again... No, invalid object. Oh, you haven't hit me with one of those in a while. Ooh, wait. There's a burger. There's a burger in the cargo bay. Cool. Well, that's 3. Ooh, and another one. Oh, we're going through these things so fast, but we need them. We just need them. Have any mushrooms respawned? The second I see mushroom respawns... I think these were here before, but they do help a lot. Yep, that definitely wasn't. This is the state. This is the state this place leaves its employees in. Everything's still up and running. I just fixed this server right here, so all should be good in the hood. Now, how is our interloper doing? They've seemingly disappeared, which, you know what? Fine by me, as far as I'm concerned. We've pretty much accomplished our tasks for the day. We're well fed for now. I'm gonna go to bed. I shouldn't sleep too much, though. It's important that I not sleep through the signal decoding. How's that? 100%. We are good to go. Hungry, hungry, eat good, yeah, good, num num, yeah, eat many, eat a lot, many, yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, buddy, I honestly know I know the feeling. Ah, something from within the blue-colored belt, huh? Let's try and grab one of those. There we go. I always love watching these things turn. In this case, it seems only minor adjustments are necessary, right? No, you're actually turning like pretty much 90 degrees. And you are the right sheet of paper, and you're gonna go on top of the box. And we'll bring you out to the drone bay and call in our friend and get a nice juicy reward long before the day is over. I think a mistake I made in my previous playthroughs was waiting until like near midnight to send things out. If my objectives are accomplished, why do that? Why even bother? And something that always scares me is how the model or the texture for the paper disappears when you place it on the spot like that. Makes me think I've done something wrong in the last moment. There's something back there. I haven't noticed this before. Can we drag it out? Oop. What are you? Whoa, what is that? Is that an ammo box? I can't seem to do anything with it. Are there, like, guns in this game or something? Those look like little bullets. But as soon as that returns to base, we should be getting an email, either praising our competence or doing the opposite for our opposite. I've never quite understood what this little basin in the corner is for. Maybe to drown ourselves if the boredom proves to be too much. Wait, I can't get out. I can't get out. How do I get out of here? Okay, thank you. Oh my god. If that had been the end of this playthrough, since we can't stagger our saves... but you seem to be doing okay now. But yeah, one of my favorite times of day is this right here. The late afternoon when we start to see the sun going down behind the trees, that one tower we can see from this spot. Now, let's have a look. Empty. The data is empty, like nothing was there. Lamau aliens stole it. They doesn't want us to know about them. This game is so full of memes and yet so creepy. 15 points for the drives themselves. And nice job. 21 points has been sent to your account. I can't do anything without a full report. Please redo the full report. Check these out. I did it! Is there like a typo in there somewhere? God, I hate typing in games because if something isn't like exactly to format, it doesn't work. In any case, we are definitely going to be upgrading the computer level once. But what else can we get? I should probably be getting the crowbar so that we can break open some of these boxes. I wonder how much we get for a food box. I don't know how cost-effective these things are, is the problem. Another mushroom outside. I wonder if the size doesn't impact the amount of food we gain from them. Yeah, one of my favorite parts of this base is how its architecture actually makes it almost a literal safety bubble. We spend so much time outside, sometimes at night, creeping ourselves out, that we come to view this as safe haven. Sort of. I mean, we can even lock the doors if we want, but there's plenty of places where we crane our necks looking to see what's over our shoulder. It does get quite dark at night, even for the lights. It's just comparative safety, really. Almost a literal bubble in this viewport, but it makes it an imperfect thing. It makes us feel like, even though nothing can get us in here, something is always looking at us in here. Safe but observed. But as soon as this is done, we've upgraded our computer, so we'll be able to start processing this and get a little bit more money for it, which is a good thing because we are actually out of these drives, or close to it. There might be one other one left. Nope, that is truly the last of them. And when you sit in this chair, when you actually have time for it, that's when you start to see the sunset and actually watch it in motion. And it makes the branches of the trees swaying in the breeze look like arms as they cross in front of the lights of the sign. That's actually an image that, because of those lights, will be there the whole time. Okay, you're done. Thank you. And when you're looking at stuff like that, you get jump scared by the computer telling you it's done. Alright, well, we can put you there, bring you over here, upload and extract the data, and start the process. And this will be the first time we actually get to listen to something just a little bit cleaner. But that'll be a little while from now. In the meantime, once more looking to the stars. Let's have a look at this telescope. Now, I don't believe we actually have the ability to move this thing around, right? See anything else? Seems like someone left it on specifically Mars, maybe for a reason? I do have to wonder what some of the others who have worked here have seen. And your mind does tend to wander at night, does it not? And you start getting some serious debuffs once you start losing food entirely. Anything behind this that I should know about? Nothing I can see. Oh wait, is there something? Oh right, I had forgotten about this. Okay, Shift E to drag. I don't know if I can move these things. That's just a whole human skeleton. It's the last employee who worked here. Okay, Darwin, you are going to accompany me by my bedside, letting me know the time, which is important in all things. That's all this game is just time constantly slipping through my fingers as I slowly starve to death for no reason. How's all this coming? Oh, you're done. We can now listen to you. And it's labeled Exoplanet. Nope. There is something amid that noise, something that sounds a little less than random. But that couldn't be possible, could it? And that's the appeal of stuff like this. It's how it's able to do so much with so little. Something to break up the monotony, whether it's a sound in the woods or a sound out of space. Well, that's the kind of thing that not only keeps you on edge, but keeps you looking up at the stars, wondering what might have heard me when I was looking around just now. It's going to be a while before this thing gets here. I'm just going to get a little bit of extra sleep, just conserve my energy, because, you know, apparently working in this base is like climbing to the top of Mount Everest. How's it going, Darwin? And we have new emails. Daily task, which in this case is 3 signals of level 0 and 1 of level 1. It seems our friend on the edge is back. A little more to the south this time, but nevertheless just a little bit closer. Oh wait, no, there's something else moving out there, something much more rapidly towards us. Oh, it's the drone. I'm a moron. Alright. Well, these are the things that I feel like break up the night shift, you know? Even those moments where you think something scary is happening, but really it isn't, and you realize that there's a burger on the roof. There's a burger on the roof that only gets us up back to 66 hunger, which is horrible. We could order something else if need be, but I want to wait at least a little while. In the meantime, this is slowly but surely getting there. We needed Yankee and Echo. So if we go consult yield chart... Okay, Yankee and Echo, opposite sides but not too far from each other. As for Tango, that's quite a ways off. Tomorrow's going to be annoying. You know what? The most efficient thing to do is actually going to be to go out now. Even though I won't really be able to see, I need to buy more food. That's just how it is. Any more mushrooms collecting in the trash out here? Thank you. Thank you. Could really use all the help I can get. And they grow around the front of the building as well. Awesome. That actually almost did more for us than the MRE. I hope these things don't have any hallucinogenic properties. Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, tally-ho. Just take one last look at the board. Now, as we're doing this, let's try very, very hard to keep the road within our sights. That bush, I think, is there on purpose to make it so that we can easily lose it. Well, all these bushes are. Hearing the door close behind me is always such a relief, and I know I could do it, but I don't know. It's just, these feel like little mini safety bubbles off to the sides of the main ones, don't they? I don't know. They feel much less safe, but, you know, they're enclosed, and somehow being able to hear the night sounds outside makes them feel so much safer. Now, let's make sure we're doing this right. 4 V R P G F B A D. Oh, man. I truly, truly do hate coming out here at night. These lights sort of guide me. Actually, they kind of guide me better than, like, the signs do. Because you sort of start to learn the shape that all of these are arranged in, and that sort of becomes your guide. In that way, I guess you gain an intuitive sense for this more than the pen and paper sense. I just hate how slow we are. I'm realizing I hate how slow we are, not only because we're physically moving slowly, but because everything appears on the edge of our lights so slowly. And so it's almost like some giant dark hand reaching out of the shadows at us every time a tree gets close. Now I've just got to find our way back, helpfully with the blinking! I don't know if I've ever seen lightning before in this game. That was horrifying. For just a brief moment, I could see everything lit up before me. I'm almost tempted to go frame by frame and see if there wasn't maybe something there. That was horrifying. I just totally froze up for a second. Glad if we come down here, hopefully we'll hit a road along the way, because we're going to be faced with another challenge. And that's actually getting back here without hitting the river. Terrifying every single time. Signs, 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 signs. Which, as the name of the save file indicates, was quite good, actually. And everyone else is wrong. You have no idea how glad I am to see this after coming back every time. I love how they have given us, like, that part of the job that we just hate doing. It's for the most part a fairly lazy affair, but there's that one time we're actually required to work hard, and, well, not only is it hard work, it's also often scary work. But let's leave you right here and close that door. The moment these garage doors are closing, always feel like like something is chasing you and you've only just barely managed to get away. But how are we doing over here? I've neglected you for some time. You are finished. And we're going to save you as is because we need you for this objective. Oh, it was shift to ping. All right. You know, it's really actually kind of funny that I was having more success with not using the ping than I was using it during previous times. For example, during stuff like this. Perfect. And now I am just going to honestly sleep for a little while because what else can I do? I'm starving. I can order an MRE if I need to. I didn't find really anything of use here. What is that? What is that? What is that? Coffee. Coffee, which I cannot use because, you know, you have to buy a coffee machine. I think we get a little bit of extra stamina from using, from using the toilet. But we cannot use any of this. All the takeout is empty. One potential goal for this fine morning is going to be figuring out how we get onto the roof get at that burger that's up there. And one of you helpful folks actually advised me that dragging a pallet can help. And it didn't work before when I tried using the ATV, which for some reason is lighter than this pallet. And it seems we absolutely cannot do that because of this rock. So what do? Can't get on. You're really gonna do this to me? Oh, wait. Is there one back there? Yes! And an MRE! Oh, this is truly a joyous day. Coming over here was worth it in the end. There we go. Eating a full burger and a full MRE. That got us back to 99, and it's already falling again. Oh my god. I'm assuming that more things must be down, because we're really slow. Oscar is down. Tango, we know, is down. We already kind of have to go on another run, which sucks. And thankfully, Oscar is actually on the way to Tango, so that actually makes this a pretty easy run, especially during the day. So let's just SB target Oscar. And during the day, I'm able to see that the road does some weird shenanigans, which is why we always lose it during the night. Okay. Well, the task here should be a fairly easy one. We're all heading in the same direction, and maybe on the way back I'll do a little bit of looking around in the woods to see if we can't maybe find some extra findables. No reason not to, really, all the way out here, and it always pays to keep an eye out. When I just drive around and put on the parking brake like that, arriving at my destination, I always feel like a park ranger. I feel like a game with a similar premise would actually really work well as a park ranger. You just come out here and investigate various tasks, call-outs, and anomalies. I mean, park rangers have some of the craziest stories out there. Now, for the first time since we arrived, we really are on, like, the outer edges of the property. And I feel like most of the weirdness is really out here due to its remoteness. Out in this wider ring, the arrays are clustered less closely, and it seems like it's fewer and far between to actually see anything. The roads become sparser as they part from each other. Anyway, while we're out here, we might as well have a bit of a look around the outer edge, huh? It seems, oddly enough, actually, that the... Oh, I thought that was the road, but that's the bank of the river. That cannot be good for the environment to just block it off like that at the end. Actually, we are scarily low on fuel. And pretty soon those resources are going to be competing with the ones we need to buy food. We definitely can't sustain ourselves otherwise. But it seems like it's actually... when you take certain shortcuts, it doesn't actually take you all that long to get around, which is quite useful indeed. Maybe we can even cross over right here and take the other bridge on the way back. Expand our little search area. These bridges must be like long disused since the roads don't even touch them. Now, I'm imagining that once things really get going and there's a lot of funds coming in, the food thing ceases to be an issue, probably, because I've seen screenshots of people with just, like, their whole base just littered with stuff. But in this early game, it's quite a barrier to entry. I mean, if it weren't for the channel, I probably wouldn't be playing this again. Let's close this down. Actually, no, wait. I kind of want to check for more mushrooms. Now, whatever, I'll get back to it later. We definitely need to refuel this thing. There you go. Not a whole lot of that left. Oh, we've got ourselves actually, object unknown. But in any case, we can use... Didn't we get... Oh, no. Oh, no. Do we not have any more of these things? We're going to have to order them now. Alright, so let's see what we can do in that regard. So we'll go to the store, and we will get tools, machines. What does this all go to? Storage. Yeah, that's a laugh, thinking about storage when we don't even have essentials. They're only $2 each, that's good. I will order... We'll spend all of it. We'll get 3 of these and an MRE. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yes, we got everything we needed and more. Yeah, you keep telling me these things ain't cheap and we can't afford to waste them, yet here they are. Alright, well now we can get that, throw that in the box, and I think we only need one more, right? I mean, let's check the email to find out for sure. Yep, we need a Yankee and Echo, and we need 3 of level 0 and 1 of level 1. It really makes me sad to not process these things as much as I can, but at this point I just can't pass up the rewards. But I really at least feel like I'm more on top of the objectives than I've ever been. So I definitely feel like I'm learning the ropes of this game, and over time, with a lot of record time, I will be able to get the hang of this. I'm at 2 hours 40 minutes recording, but not all of that has been direct gameplay. I am the Mushroom Man. This is what, like, 2 days of working here has done to me. There's a burger in the corner. There was a burger in the corner right here. I don't know if I've found this one before, but I shall certainly take it. Okay, things are looking up for us around here. I don't know what I was ever worried about. We got burgers on the floor and on the ground. We got mushrooms growing outside the base. They don't need to feed us. I feel like it's this moment right here, when the sun hasn't totally set, there's still some light coming through, dimly reflecting off the concrete around us. This is when I feel like I'm going the most insane. Not scared, not relieved, just here. Just here, and very aware of my loneliness. But just, I don't know, it's at this moment when none of this feels real to me. But it seems like you are good, which means that this is good, which means we're ready to complete our objective, I believe. Almost there. And then we can begin truly processing this voice of the void. Alright, there you go. And that'll start. I can't really do much for now. Package received. A dried package has been successfully delivered. 25 points to balance. And we also get the rest as well. Nice job. 55 points sent to your account. And just got the report and checked it. Seems fine. Plus 50. We are doing good. Still too noisy. Process it more, please. We can't gather anything from it. Well, whose fault is that? Nevertheless, though, we do still have the ability to get some more stuff, and we are buying the crowbar, for sure. I think it'll save us a lot of money. In the meantime, we can purchase one chicken nugget. But yeah, so where would that be? That would be under tools. The crowbar is like, basically, we can buy rocks. We can have the drone deliver rocks. We can buy ourselves a sleeping bag for sleeping out there. See, I always like looking at these things because looking at the store, you gain an idea for what the later mechanics will actually be like. We can get a 500 credit meatball. We can get ourselves a Roomba, if we're so inclined, an arcade machine, cheaper than a meatball. And whatever kerfuses are. We'll get ourselves a gas can and at least a handful of drives. And that'll bring our order to 80, leaving us with 50 for whatever we may need. I'd say that's pretty good. In fact, I'm even fine with using another 30 of that on another computer level upgrade. This is just about ready. The drone is arriving. I feel like things move weirdly when we sleep. But there is the fact that we've got probably multiple towers down at this point, at least one. And I'm really not looking forward to the thought of doing this during the night. We've got ourselves another gas can. They're not as expensive as I thought they'd be. The economy in this game actually feels completely out of whack, and this looks familiar, doesn't it? Hold, there we go. And now we can start breaking open these boxes, presumably a lot more quickly than with a rock, for sure. Let's break all these things open. A disc and a whole bunch of MREs. Sick. Okay, we're not gonna have to buy any for quite a while. That's food for days. Yeah, I don't know what these discs do. Oh, you know what? I think they're repair discs. I think they actually help with that. I don't like the way these shadows are behaving when I'm not looking directly at them. Okay, let's get back to our post. I might be getting a little bit paranoid. The skull on my nightstand can attest to that. But looks like you're done. So let's just drop a U. And put a U. And it hasn't yet come time for our Daily Mail yet. But we can put that there, and I'm going to start processing this one. I don't even care. I actually like how you can actually reach all of these things from the comfort of your chair. I mean, it really makes you feel like you're starting to slouch down into it, which is really, really funny. Yeah, this crowbar, definitely the best early game investment possible, because it's already saved me more than it's worth in MREs. God, these things jump scare every time. Sometimes I wonder if they're not in exactly the same positions as I left them. Our daily task is to get uniform and echo. We need 3. Oh, wow. We might not be able to get this main objective. That's a lot. 3 of level 0, 2 of level 1, and 2 of level 2. Well, you're done. We've got to start the process again. Already we're being thrown in at the deep end. So what's our path look like? Lima, Echo, Foxtrot. Okay, so we'll go to Lima first, then Echo and Foxtrot. Not hard. They're all in the central ring. Now, if we want uniform, that's in the area, but it's a little bit farther out. I actually do wonder if weight doesn't affect how fast your hunger depletes. Look at those glows out there. The way they dot the landscape, almost like the eyes of giants staring back at us from the darkness. It's so crazy to think that I am at least supposed to be the only one out here. Is that a rifle? Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh man, why doesn't the boxes break that quickly? I can't even speak anymore. Anyway, 4, 7 minus 4 is 3, 8 plus 8 is 16, 6 minus 1 is 5, 9 minus 1 is 8, 9 plus 2 is 11, 8 minus 2 is 6, and 6 minus 2 is 4. Fixed. I feel like this game, and a lot of job simulator style games, are just filled with these like little shortcuts that you come up with in your work. In this case, one of them is you always park on the slope next to the railing where you can duck through the railing and get right back on without going down all those stairs. Any little efficiency you can give yourself. Good news is that when you get to the outer edge, as long as you're fairly sure of your direction, there's only one thing that red light can be. Or at least you hope that's the only thing. Times like this, I can't help but wonder about the radar pinging and echoing in my empty concrete tomb. Does it see something that I'm not aware of right now? The only way we'll find out is with direct confirmation. There we are. No strange rifles left abandoned in this one, which is really strange if you think about it. Like, who left that there? But we've got a job to do. I love things like that, just little things that make you go, Oh, now comes a unique problem. I guess this way would sort of be the way back? But from the outer ring, it's not always easy to tell, and with all these trees, the angle of the terrain, you can't always see that central tower. I keep thinking I catch bright glimpses through the trees, but are they the red light on top of a tower? Are they stars? Are they signs? I just don't know. I guess that's kind of the moral of the story, huh? Out here, anything you can see is a sign. All roads eventually lead back to base. You just never know what you're going to spot running across them. You know, now that I think about it, how strange is it that, I mean, we can hear all these birds, we can hear all these crickets, all these cicadas and whatnot. No deer or anything of the sort. Let's give you a listen then. And start you processing. Doesn't really seem to be anything at all there. Now, as time goes on, I'm sure I'll be cutting more and more. Especially since so much of it is truly nothing, but I really hope in the way this video is done, and a lot of it's going to come down to editing, I really get across how the monotony is a part of it. How you really couldn't skip a lot of this and still have the game behave the same way. This truly is the night shift experience, huh? I know I should be getting some sleep, but I've got just a couple of things I need to do before then. And I'm sure once that's done, I'll have a couple more things to do, and then a couple more things, and then a couple more things after that. And then the next thing you know, I'm hallucinating. I remember, like, so I'm a night owl these days. I'm recording, it's currently almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night owl, I really am. I prefer it that way. But I can remember, like, when I first started staying up, when I was, like, 14 or 15, I literally, it got to the point where I was lying in bed, and I just had this sense that there's a conspiracy against me, right? And there's a bunch of animals hiding around my room that all want to get at me somehow, and it's all led by a beaver who's hiding behind the TV. I don't get these kind of thoughts often when sleep-deprived. I did then. No idea why. Maybe we should stop our character from being sleep-deprived and just sleep beneath these awful... Oh, huh. Well, I guess the sun is coming up. That alleviates my anxiety somewhat. Yep, found another burger! That's good to know, but it's already 9 a.m. and we need to get a whole lot more. I don't know if we're going to be able to complete our objective. I literally don't even know if it's possible. But we will grab another of these guys so we can start. Yep. Hey, right here at Juliet, there's a burger just sitting here. Oh, I feel like we're really getting lucky with these things. They show up in the most unexpected places. And now, maybe, finally, I can get a little bit of sleep, like actual quality sleep. I feel at least safer with Darwin watching over me, but man, the sleep schedule takes a beating when you're doing this job. Especially since these towers like to break down in the middle of the night. I'm wondering if it truly is to be impossible to accomplish the objective. If it wouldn't be better just to like process every single one of these things up to the maximum degree and at least get the most money out of it? I don't know. You know? I think this might be the first time in a long time that I actually got what I wanted. Nothing to do. Nothing to do but wait, to sit here, to think. And yet somehow I'm not finding it boring. I'm actually feeling a weird sense of dread looking out to the tree line, knowing that soon it'll all be engulfed in darkness, but I'll be too painfully bright. I wonder if in a situation like this, with all this empty space behind me, if I wouldn't feel the need to turn out the light, only illuminate myself with the glow of the laptop as I browse the internet? Well, let's be real, it's not like we're getting much out here. And then again, we can send the emails back and forth, and we do seem to be getting them at least. We have a lot to do here, and I'm starting to wonder if this shouldn't maybe not be just another one-off video heavily edited, or if I shouldn't make this another series all its own, something more occasional. It certainly takes a long time to record. I think there's literally, like, it's mathematically impossible for us to complete this objective. But we should be getting a nice chunk of change at the end of the day regardless, right? Look, sometimes I can even actually witness the light levels dropping as the shadows fall over the room. Let's see what's new with Mars, I guess. Ah, wow. Rotated to a different angle. You break all the rules. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's start breaking up some of these crates, see what we've got. Remember, these are a great resource, but they are a finite one, nevertheless. I still don't know what these things are. I mean, are they supposed to be, like, I don't know, coal? I mean, what do we do with them? At the very least, we can maybe reunite Darwin with the rest of his body. Ooh, and if we found... There was a burger behind the coffee. That is what we call a brick joke. We are getting lots and lots of food, lots and lots of discs. It was a sign. I thought there was like some glowing, peeking face through the window for a second. I really am settling into the routine, but man, 3.5 hours of gameplay and still no Voices of the Void. But it's very clear to see that this game is meant to be played more long-term. You gotta bide your time and find the right moment to strike against the roof burger. Honestly, I'm thinking I may be upgraded beyond my abilities. Like, maybe it expects you to creep up on the computer upgrades. Could have sworn I saw something there. Might have just been the pop-up. I think it wanted me to do that more slowly and have everything else upgrading alongside it. It clearly expects me to be able to process more of these things in a day right now. So what am I going to do? Well, definitely faster download speed. Probably server stability. Because the way I see it, time is money, and time we spend out there is, well, time we're not spending in here looking for signals. Also, sensor success rate. Sure, I'd like that. I'd like that a whole lot, really. You know what? I think we just go for faster download speed again and leave the 10. In the store, we've got that. We'll order those later. It's not the best, but I feel like we just need to increase our throughput. Making more money is how we get more money, obviously. And just as we find out that we're gonna have to go out there, it begins drizzling. Well, it's almost like the night telling us, stay where you are, it's not worth it. What'd you bring me, oh guardian? Giver and taker of funds? It seems like it's always an MRE and a drive. Basically just something to always make sure that you can keep going, I guess. Now, we are going to have to go out there. Hopefully by the time this signal is done and we get another one going, we'll have died down just a little bit. This is the atmosphere I was really hoping for. That soundtrack, just so perfect for this. This is honestly the ultimate night shift game, and it's not even its primary purpose. Okay, so I just started a new session, and it seems like you lose whatever's queued up? Is that right? That's so... Is there... It didn't save my progress on this stuff. That's... When time is literally money, that's a huge problem. Alright, well, in any case, all towers should now be up. And we can start heading home. I don't... Okay, there we go. It's signs. Every once in a while, I'll see some lights and then not see them and wonder what it was they actually were. And most likely it's things like that, distant signs that are just disappearing in the distance, but man... Object. Well, that doesn't really help me, does it? I'm certainly going to want to process this thing up to level 2. But I think this is once again one of those times where we're not going to be able to actually complete the job. You're detecting something new, only right outside. Just to the northwest. Well, I can't see anything, and I don't know if I should be going out to look. I swear I just heard something behind me, something moving. And this is actually a little bit off in the direction where that radar ping would be. I'll look at it from here. Absolutely crazy, all this. The fact that it's just sitting out here for anyone to stumble upon. Well, I suppose there is that big weird wall thing. Still, I can't help but be a little fearful of these woods now, even during the day. Okay, it could just be server noises, but now I'm paranoid. They're just a little bit on the irregular side. Please, oh, please tell me I haven't lost this thing. Come on! Okay, the only thing I can think to do is just start writing this down myself. I think that'll save me a lot of problems in the end. But... let's just target uniform. Oh man, when I have to bust out the pen and paper, that's when you know something's annoying. As always, when we're out on the edge of the property, in this case uniform, let's have a look around these distant woods to see if we can't maybe find some things. Should we? And we actually don't have a ton of fuel, so I'm gonna do a little limited search and then head right back. Here's one of those concrete markers. I do wonder what they mean. Oh! There is something here. Yes, I remember. I actually stumbled upon this the last time. Still don't really understand what it is, though. I mean, to my eye, this looks like maybe part of like a rocket booster or something, but then why these like ridged edges? Not even a rocket booster, but just like the way that rounded edge is on the interior, it looks like some kind of fuel tank. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense. All I know is it dropped a burger. Yeah, no, those definitely look like rocket nozzles. I guess whether it's one of ours or something else remains to be seen. But it rewarded us with a few more hours of food, so I think I'm not gonna look a gift rocket in the nozzle and just get out of here. I'm just gonna start processing all of these as much as I can, since at this rate there's no way I complete these objectives. I think at this point my download speed is fine. I need to upgrade the detector. Because the download completes like way, way more quickly, even with towers down. Yeah, I've just discovered a whole other spooky vibe. Just sitting in here listening to past records. Very well aware that I can only see the little sliver between the computer screen and the racks of servers where something could poke its head out and immediately slip back in. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you think about when you're waiting here. Yep, you're done. Alright, I think this is going to be what I send out for tonight. Or maybe I won't send this one. Maybe I'll just send the other two and process you more for more money tomorrow. I don't know what I should do. You'll probably be part of that objective anyway, so it would be good to get a head start. You know, it definitely serves to help with the isolation. But being that this is a game about contrasts, I actually wonder if it wouldn't be better if there wasn't actually a person who drops your stuff off. And on its face, you might say, like, no, that would totally, like, ruin the vibe, but listen. Imagine if it did get to the point where, like, you're so lonely and freaking out here that you actually kind of start, like, you know, calling in orders just so you can be like, hi. Oh, come on, like, the pizza I ordered, you wanna maybe share it? Please just chill with me for a while. Wow, that one's real sensitive. Like, even the one is kind of too much. There we go. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. I don't like it. Whoa, hang on. You got this from space? Okay. Alright, but there we go. 30 points from that. Didn't complete the daily task. But we did get the report just fine. It's all got to go into upgrades in this early game. That's what's really going to save us a lot of trouble. Maybe we'll put another couple into detector frequency just in case? I don't know. I mean, the rest of the stuff I'm not really too worried about. But now we get our new one, Bravo and Hotel. That's fine by me. And we only need one signal level 0. Oh, the game felt bad for me, did it? Oh my god, 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 I don't know what to do. Oh right, I have a flashlight. Oh my god, that jump scared the crap out of me. The door is open when there's no power. The door is open when there's no power. Okay, turn all those on. And there we go. Okay, it's working again. Oh my god, my heart stopped. Do we lose our progress? No, we don't. And the drone's coming. Ah, that... You know, I was getting kind of bored, but that jostled me awake, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Would that have really gotten me? These aren't coming back on. Would that have really gotten me in a different game? Probably not. Oh, right, you're the outdoor porch light. I'd forgotten you existed. Okay, well, now we gotta make our rounds and make sure I know that there's not an ounce of darkness in this place. Eat you, burger. Forgotten you were there. Oh. That drone was just too early to see all of this place just suddenly become awash in darkness. You're done? Good. Good. November and Delta. Well, we'll hit them in the morning. You don't have to keep all of them up. You just have to make sure that you're on top of it and don't let them all go down. Honestly, it may seem like I'm wasting all of it, but I feel like the easier it is earlier on, the more that'll increase our capacity to get things actually done. And I don't want to go to drive level 3 just yet, just because I don't want to... That was the mistake I made last time, was rushing straight for that, and it left me completely without everything else. Now I'm just thinking, was that always there? It's entirely possible that I put this thing here, but I don't know, it seems weird to me. Like, they're all back there, why would there be one here? But it's entirely possible I just dragged it up while I was doing something else, I don't know. This game's making me paranoid. Now I'm tense and on edge, and I don't even have any coffee in my system. Imagine if weird things happen if you drank too much coffee. And knowing this game, for all I know, that does happen. Yeah, that definitely seems to be going up quite a bit faster now, which is good for us. How much was download speed? I doubt we can get more. Yeah, it's going to be another 20. But I'm happy with the way things are going. It's really just about increasing our output. The problem isn't processing level. The problem is just volume of what they wanted. The lights are out in this one. Oh, all these are out. Well, there's no switch inside. There must be something I can do for my own base to turn these back on, unless they're just going to be like that now. Now, I know that's the control panel, but imagine if from here we just saw somebody standing on top of the tower, staring down at us. Yeah, these are the kind of thoughts I had playing this. And golf is down. Alright, well, we're heading out towards hotel, so they should be right next to each other, right? I mean, I'll be honest, if that's the case, we are having exceptional luck with these things today, but I feel like they're going down almost more ever since we purchased those upgrades. Maybe the server reliability only applies to the ones in base. Let's just stop for a quick break to check up on the base and eat some of these delicious mushrooms that no one warned me about, so I assume they're fine. We're done. And you are done, which means we can stick you on and start doing you, and then bring you up and start doing you. We're really getting into it now, I think. I feel like some of the fringes on these pines are actually just blue to screw with us. Like, it's just there to make us think we're facing a different direction than we are, either sky or water. And you know, that might seem like a ridiculous conspiracy theory against the creator, and it probably is. But this is the kind of game where the minute details are so important that that would be a thing. You know what just occurred to me? I should use that crate that I threw off the top of this thing to get onto the roof and grab the ladder. I don't know if it'll be tall enough, but I should try it. I was advised to use a pallet, but there's no way I'm getting one of those over there. But yeah, once this is done, everything should be good. You know, I kind of wish it was like Into the Radius, where spent things could just be sold back for a small amount of money. But how are we doing here? You're done. We need to grab you another drive. And the other one is most certainly finished processing by now. Let's save that. Grab you. And only one? No, we can do more. What about this exoplanet? Were you the one that was giving us so much weirdness and trouble before? The one that was, like, weirdly sensitive? Yeah, it seems like at level 2, we're really not going to be hearing much of anything. That was weird. No, there was something there. It was, like, very, very faint, but there was, like, some, like, rhythmic pulsing sort of sound. It started, and then it stopped. It wasn't even constant, which is what makes it so weird. Call it a big brain maneuver, but what I'm kind of thinking I should do is maybe only complete this job for now, like only do the barest minimum, and then save the rest for tomorrow in case, like, maybe I need, and we can do this right after midnight, just see what the job is so that I'll already have, like, all these drives on hand. Maybe if I lock them both, they won't drift, but then again, maybe it's supposed to imply that, like, the object is moving slightly? I don't know, but this one is actually going very quickly. And you're done. Yeah, we currently have 4 level 2 drives and 1 level 0. And we'll hold on to the rest of these, process them only up to level 1 for now. Just so that we have them. Note to self, we actually need to buy more boxes. We're getting to the point where we do actually have to buy essentials, more drives, more boxes, and probably some new notepaper while we're at it. But this is all you want for now, so along with these reports, I guess that'll just have to be it. Well, this thing is already done, which is crazy. For the first time, we're actually having to queue these things up. Which I suppose is probably a good sign, right? There we are. Package received, 5 points given, and we get the plus 50. And you're gonna complain that nothing is there. I don't know what happened, but whatever. It's literally what you asked for, Dr. Ina. Once again, you're picking something up just on the edge there. Very interesting. You give us coordinates as well, but it's not like I can really see that. Stop alarm. We can't use that right now, but does that mean that it could actually sound an alarm for something incoming? Why did that yeah, oh, okay. I think it's this thing. I was going to say, why is that shadow creeping up the door that way? Anyway, as long as I've got nothing to do, I figure being a moron around the base is better than being a moron out in the dark woods, so I'm going to take this thing around the back and try and maybe find more mushrooms / get on the roof. Oops. Where's that ladder? Right here. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Jump on top. Jump to here. No, I still can't get on. Oh, I'm actually walking through it. That's so dumb. Why is it like this? Am I being, like, stalked by some kind of weird tribe that's playing drum beats? Honestly, I know this place is remote, but I wouldn't expect there to be cannibals. There wouldn't be cannibals, right? I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is wait for midnight, right? Get my job, and then upgrade to level 3. And our new task is 2 level 0 and 2 level 2. I can do that. Well, now that we have our job, let us upgrade our computer level to level 3. And we'll finally be able to start decoding some of these signals from the stars. Actually, you know what? Since we don't have another going right now, we might as well get one of these up to level 3, right? Get our first one going. We've still got 1 level 2 and 2 level 1s, so we can upgrade those in a pinch, plus a couple more on the way in. You're back and still hanging out way over there. I wonder if that's not actually the site of, well, the place. The place I so horribly discovered last time. Check one last time for myself. I wish I could go further and deeper, see what I can find. Oh my god! Oh my god! And now that's 2 level 2 and 2 level 0, and we will get not only what they're worth, but also the 72 points from the job. What does our very first level 3 sound like? As it turns out, not much, but that's the job. Oh look, we can even see the sun like diffusing through the clouds. That's kind of a neat detail. This is actually, as usual, this game is hitting home runs with making me feel familiar feelings through its lighting and atmosphere. This reminds me of when I was in scout camp. Those days where it'd be rainy, they want to keep us in, but you know, it is camp, so it's really just a march between different cabins. Now look, there's even like a low mist rising off the grass. But yeah, we have an opportunity to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So basically, we can fix this, and actually now that we have all the drives, getting this hash code will pretty much mean that we've completed our objective for the day already. It's the glory of queuing up signals. That thing is just always going to be there as a reminder of why I hate this place. Not to mention, this one actually seems to be going down basically every day. You know, given the number of rocks that are in here and the comparatively few that are out there, at a certain point, I'm sort of forced to conclude that most of them were piled up in this locker. You know, I'm starting to feel like maybe the spawn rate on these mushrooms might be decreasing by a bit, and maybe not. But I'm really hoping not, because that would basically be disastrous for this entire project. You know, these are the kinds of days I'd live for. These rainy afternoons where we can just kind of sit here and watch the woods through our viewport. I guess that's what I've been getting at the entire time, is how everything in this game, for as few elements as there are, well, it can represent so many different things. Okay, so how'd we do? 72 points for the daily task, and plus 50 for this. More of the I don't like it, and 40 for the packages themselves. Excellent, and that gives us quite a bit more to work with. And we definitely, I feel like we have to increase download speed for one thing, because these last couple things have been ridiculous. Let's also maybe do computer power as well, although it's not like super needed. And maybe I'll do some asking around about the actual specifics of what I should be doing from here, leaving me with 105 points. Now, after 2 hours, I'm going to end my session once more, but let's just take note. We want there to be nothing on here, and nothing in here. Everything we have is safely stored down on the floor here. I love how this game eventually forces you into the mindset of, I'm just going to clutter this place up because it's easier and more convenient. Really makes you understand and do a 180 from your attitude in the beginning. Although I suppose that sort of depends on the player. There's our midnight report. What do we got? Not that. Our daily task is to get Sierra and Romeo, 2 of level 0, 2 of level 1, and 1 of level 3. Well, we've already got you covered in that department. Whatever that is, it's moving away from the basics. Oh no, it's the drone. Save you, and stick you in there. And that's already our job for the day done before 2 o'clock in the morning. Queuing these things up is the best thing ever, and we're queuing up another level 3. But we'll have to hear that after I go out and collect these reports and fix that tower. You know, it's actually kind of insane how daunting of a task it feels like having to come out here and do this at night. And we are actually fixing a tremendous amount of things. This should be the 3rd that we need to fix. Oh no, it must be Romeo that's out then? So this one we're just taking a report. Honestly, such a relief when you're out here and you start to see the sun coming up. I desperately need some sleep, but honestly, sleeping during the day doesn't feel so bad knowing that all this stuff is done for now. Honestly, it just feels like, almost like someone's come to relieve me, like I'm not as alone anymore. I don't mean that ironically. Anything that might have heard me say that doesn't mean I want you to show yourself right at this moment. And call for the drone. That should be our job done for the day. So you get in here, and I'm going to start breaking open some more of these crates. Meaning I'm gonna have to have plans for you. There you go. You will act as my companion and scarecrow. They're specifically to make it seem like there's more of us in here than there really are at night. Maybe I'll bring in some more of you, and, well, if nothing else, I'll have a captive audience. Alright, let's see how our job did. I mean, I can already see from the score that it's a lot. Very interesting ones. The sounds of space are fascinating. Maybe I'll save these on my personal drive. And we did a whole bunch of that, and we are good for the day. Now let's do what we're actually here for and give this a listen. Very strange indeed. At first it almost just sounds like the regular noise of space, but after a moment it almost seemed more rhythmic, like breathing. Now what day are we on? Day 8. I had totally lost count, honestly. I've just been doing this for so long. This is my 3rd record session. But my pledge, and if I do more parts of this, which is very likely at this point, it will be continuing off of this save. I promise I'm not just going to be restarting every time, especially not now that I've really established myself. But we've got a nice stock of points, and I think it's time for us to really apply that. So first of all, I'm going to give us... Let us decrease that cooldown by a bit. That'll make things a bit more convenient. And now is actually a good time to start looking at some modules. Now, a lot of the time, I don't really know what these are. Most of them seem to be like alerts. Obviously, ATV solar power would be very useful. Just spent a bunch on sensor success rate because it's really annoying to find one and have it fail. See, I don't know what ping size, ping speed, sensor size, I don't know what that all does. I mean, I guess we could put points into those just to see. Tell you what, we're never going to get anywhere if we don't experiment. Let's get the spectrogram visualization module. Let's just pop that back in there. Play the signal, but put on visualization mode. I don't know if that actually, like, does anything useful for us, or maybe it will sometimes, but not always. Either way, we learn that there's definitely a burst of activity right at the tail end there. Box with ammo. Now try to find a gun. Okay, I hadn't realized we could examine. Wait! We found a gun and the thing shattered to pieces! Hello? Hello, I was just hungry! Okay, well, job's still to be done. Hang on. Okay, let's break through these barricades. How? I've been sleeping right beside this thing this whole time and I didn't even know it? How long has this been in the game? Was this here in previous updates? Did not like turning around being face to face with you guys. Darwin, why didn't you tell me? Okay, I'm gonna get the other thing downloading and then I'll head back out. Actually, maybe I'll sleep just a little bit while I have the chance. Alright, this might be against company policy, but, oh, wow, this is deep. This is really deep, and I'm being rewarded with an MRE. Starry Night. Can I take it with me? I can. Okay, that's coming back upstairs with me. I don't like the shadows my crowbar is casting. Okay, you're coming with me, and we are breaking these open for sure. There's more. There's even more. A notebook. Day 2. Nothing unusual. Got 2 planets, ate an MRE, took a nap, bought a cactus to spend my time with. I called him Vinny, and he's sitting on my desk. It's not that bad as I thought. A bit lonely, but that's okay. Day 6. Almost a week. I'm not crazy yet, but it's not as comfortable as before. Noticed a big cluster of mushrooms next to the garage. I'm not eating these. Who knows what mushrooms they are, but they can be a last resort in case of alien invasion. When I'll be sitting in that bunker, running out of supplies, crying into my pillow. They smell good, though. As about work, nothing crazy, even... Hang on. As about work, nothing crazy, even boring. 1 planet and 2 stars for the past 3 days. Day 8. I think looking after that mushroom pile is my new hobby. Today I wanted to rearrange the furniture in this place, and I found a hatch. Deep and dark, and holy crap, I'll explore it tomorrow. I'm catching a lot of objects recently. 4 stars, 3 planets, a bunch of asteroid, and 1 object I can't see. Weird one. Sanity's okay. Vinny and a pile of mushrooms is my company. I can't send emails and chat with my team. The system is ridiculous. Safety. Safety against who? Aliens? I bet they don't care about this planet, and I doubt they even exist. Alright, I'm gonna take this with me and read some more later. Oh, my crowbar can't even interact with this thing. I wonder if there's anything else I can do? I can't quite see the direction, but maybe it actually leads into the bunker outside. You know, since there's not really much light actually falling on you to contrast you with the background, I feel like you're acting more of a scare me than a scare crow. But pretty soon we'll have something going here, and pretty soon we'll receive our work for the day. You know, tonight is really not the night to have you sitting in front of me. I might have to rethink my idea of building a wider audience. But I am also just going to start listening to more and more of these to see if there's anything there. Different visualization at different levels. You know what? Since we have this thing here, I guess we may as well place it somewhere nice, right? Stick it right there where we can see it. These mannequins love to admire art. That's why they were all down there protecting it. Or at least that's what I can tell myself. I can't see it from here. Let's move it a little more over here so that you can appreciate it from a better angle. Wow, this thing stands straight up. Today's job calls for 1 level 3, 2 level 1, and 3 level 0. Alright, we're not going to be doing a lot of processing for a while. I hate this. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. I hate being near X-ray at night. Just off in this far corner, right near that huge ravine where I know that cave is. As far as I'm concerned, this place is haunted, and it's a very get-in, get-out sort of job. Okay, that's done. Now, SB, target, Papa, and we will be on our way. Of course, they're far away from each other, but you know what? I don't care what direction, as long as I'm getting far, far away from here. Jump down through here, we probably can. Yes. Okay, later place. Imagine if this place had security cameras, always seeing the workers arrive and then abruptly split as soon as possible. Just headlights speeding off into the darkness. I wonder if it works like Ichabod's bridge. Once you cross that bridge, the thing can't get you. And something tells me that's not how it works at all. So what I've realized is that when you do the calibration, it stops at the first one that's down. And so everything after that hasn't been getting calibrated. That explains why our downloads have been so slow, because I've left X-ray for so long. These things seem like they're drifting more severely and more often. But I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. Especially a problem with these frequency filters where it's like, you know, so sensitive. That thing scares me every time I turn around now. What a bad idea this was. Anyway, we're just about there. We just need 2 more of these things. I should be going to bed, but while we're at it, why don't we read a little bit more of this journal? Day 13. I ain't going back. Threw out everything. Who put this stuff in here, and what even is this? I don't know, and I don't want to know. At least I feel safe. Today was a crazy day. Unknown object, can't see on the screen, emitting a high-quality signal like it's sitting right on the sensors. And a big file, too. Wow, like a whole 3 megabytes? Processing it right now. Waiting for the results. Day 14. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know if that sound was the result of an error, noise, or old equipment. But I hear speech. High-pitched, almost robotic, echoing, I don't know. Day 15. Vinny is gone. Oh no! Vanished from my desk. Yesterday it was there, and today he's just poof. I'm not crazy. I passed the test 7 out of 10 today. Not great, but I can think rationally. Maybe I was sleepy yesterday and took it with me. I'll spend the day searching for him. Day 16. Power ran out. Great, can't do squat. The only source of entertainment is this big, dirty window. I think I'll clean it up until the power gets restored. Day 18. No light! WTF, mate! I'm losing my sanity in this place. Doors are locked. They open automatically. They should open automatically. It's so dark at night and so quiet. I know the feeling. Day 19. I fell down the hatch. I don't know if I broke my leg, but it really hurts. No light. Can't see anything. Update, the power is back. I'm gonna try to get out. Well, that's good, because I was really wondering how you wrote the first part. Day 20. Finally, I got out of this hole. If I ever get my hands on Dr. Bao. The mushroom cluster is gone too. Ripped straight out of the ground with only a hole left. Scratches on the concrete and garage door. I don't need bears in this place. I have enough problems already. I hate to tell you this, but I don't think that was a bear. Okay, so now I've got other things entirely to worry about. Okay, apparently R drops back into my inventory, which is a little bit convenient. Alright, this can just go over here, so we know what's what. That was quite a splash for a piece of paper. Anyway, while we were reading that, this got done. Which means we can save. You're going to be part of the job for the day. Alright, so what did we need? We needed 3 levels 0, so 1, 2, and 3. We needed 1 level 3, and we needed 2 level 1s, I think? There we go. Now let's call Mama Drone and get off to bed, because we're really having runaway problems with our sleep lately. Yes. Well done, pal. A lot of stuff for research just from one single signal. Keep going. And we get all this stuff. I put the report on. Guy, I put the report on the thing. I don't know what you want. if we do this automatic polarity direction, does that mean that this whole thing, like, does itself, basically? Presumably doesn't work if it's locked, right? And does that mean that it won't drift while I'm away? You do seem to be steadily drifting, unless that's just like a rounding error. Alright, well, I really badly need sleep anyway. So who could sleep knowing that this is right here, wondering what's behind that brick wall? Exactly what I needed, and... another drive. God, I'm so hungry. Alright, we're gonna find out what you are. You have found me! Yay! I Lamau on that stuck drive. What a loser, lol. Well, if I process the crap out of you, do you still count as something I can use for a job? Part of the problem I'm starting to have with this game is that it's not a game that encourages experimentation, which is a problem in a game where there's so much to do. Alright, what do you tell me? Because anytime you're doing one thing, you're neglecting something else. Okay, nothing to be seen at later signal levels. Okay, so we're just gonna leave you as is, I guess, or maybe even just process you up for extra money. While we wait for this, let's have a little bit more journal time, eh? Day 25. The footsteps at night. Stuff glows. He keeps walking around. Who keeps walking around? What is this? I don't know who, but please stop. My sanity is at 0. I can't. All my servers are shut down. Download speed is almost 0. Downloading stuck at 99.8%. That object must be an alien ship. I miss Vinny. Day 30. These guys are unsavory fellows. The only way to talk to them is by sending notes on that drone, and they can't answer back. You finish the report, you can't do anything. Yeah, no, I relate to this guy a lot, but, well, not to his experiences. Day 34. I'm stuck. I won't send them anything anymore. I will ride that drone. I don't care anymore. Something finished. You. Yep, you're going all the way up to level 3, guy. Day 36. Trying meditation today. My sanity is going back. The drone attempt was horrible. Wow, you actually tried it. I'll climb the fence and get out. Getting a notebook and an MRE and a crowbar. Update. I see bright pink light behind the mountains. I'll go check it real quick. That might just be the sunrise from what we've seen. Wait. Get out of here, randomly written on page 23. That's it. Oh my god, it's a straight-up warning. If it wouldn't take up so much time, I might start writing in there myself for the next person. So, this guy was here for about a month, and it didn't take much longer than I'd been here for weird things to start happening. He said he was getting weird signals, something extremely close, and... well, that's not all. Something scratching at the outsides of the base at night, eating the mushrooms, and footsteps walking around. Oh, that is so creepy. We can't talk to this person, have no idea what happened to them. Which means that Dr. Bao isn't telling us about it. What have we gotten ourselves into at this job? Do our superiors know something we don't? The plot is thickening at a rapid pace. Much like my arteries if I keep eating these MREs. It's kind of funny, but also kind of genius having the elements of all these different props and such, being able to manipulate everything. I mean, over time, your workplace starts to become a reflection of yourself, or at least the situation you find yourself in. How are you guys doing? Still good? Still good. Okay, all the servers still working. This being processed up a little as we bring in some more level 0 drives. I think we're doing alright for now. Maybe the automatic has to do with the fact that these things always seem to be really close to where I need them as soon as these processes start. Alright, pop in whiskey. Just one signal. Oh, what? You don't trust me again? It's entirely possible that I did, but it seems odd that the garage door is open. Did I remember to close it? After reading that journal, I just don't know. You know, when you're out here fixing up towers and grabbing hash codes, you sort of have some sort of like shower thoughts. I had attributed the fact that we can't write back to mere gameplay. They say it's apparently for, like, security concerns, but I mean, if stuff's coming in, clearly stuff can go back, right? So, the fact that we just don't have that ability in the software, no means of communicating at all, actually. Well, doesn't that sort of suggest that maybe this is all on purpose? Like, maybe this is all more like some kind of isolation study more than anything. It's certainly putting me in a state where crazy things can happen. Ugh, like driving off a cliff. Honestly, I'm starting to think at this rate that it might be worth it to just use the turbo on this thing and effectively drive sprint back to base every time. I mean, the time that I save will probably be worth the money I spend on gas. Oh my god, I hate the hunger mechanics in this game so much. That was a very strange object I just saw in the sky in my sleep. Hang on, I'm kind of curious if that's just not some kind of atmospheric effect or if it's actually something. 2 entities. There's -1? There's always been at least 3. What are you not detecting now that's always been there? You know what? I think I know what happened. The ATV just straight up, like, vanished, didn't it? It's just, like, gone? Alright, well, we're buying that digital map and an MRE since we're running low on these things now, even from the crates. Stuff like the hunger and how it's so absurdly fast trying to manage sleep. It's like, I'm fine with these things being a consideration, but the fact that it's all I'm worrying about, when I would rather explore, when I would rather be collecting signals. Okay, so we've got this thing now. Come on. Thank you. Well, we don't really need to SB target anymore, I suppose. It shows our coordinates, but it doesn't show where the ATV is. Object our home. Okie dokie. We're processing this for sure, right? You might as well get back in here. I had forgotten to mention it, but I did see a while back, you're going to have no perception of the time that's passing, because I'm going to be cutting like hours and hours, but I did see that in the help menu, it does tell you what each of these things does. So server stability makes server malfunction less frequent. I would certainly like more of that, but the thing is, I don't know if it only counts for our local servers and not the ones that are out at the towers. I mean, I would certainly like more server reliability. In fact, I'd like it so much so, because it takes up so much of my time, that I'm going to do more of this. Probably start investing more in that in the future if this is to be a longer-term save. Okay, that's more you. Let's do more of this, since you're so quick. Oh, there you are. You must have flown off into the river. Okay, well, let's climb you back out if we can. How do we get you out of here again? Maybe we can stick you on a rock? There we go. Oh my god. Does that damage you at all? Health still 89, where you've been for quite a while, and we do have a free repair kit still in the bay. Alright, I'm just gonna leave you here for now. Mushrooms, my favorite. I'm convinced at this point that these mushrooms literally are the difference in me being able to get this far. That little boost is like just all it takes. We're at the point where we probably can afford to start buying MREs whenever we need them. Like, it'll just suck a lot. Alright, well, there's another one of you guys that we can get. So let's do that. Object. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to process the absolute bejesus out of you, too. But what of you? Level 3 of Earth. What does that actually mean for us? Hang on. Literally no information whatsoever. Cool. Alright, well, we can still sell you for an amount, right? Yeah, you should be ready to go out. Very simple job for today. So that's weird then. Does that mean that they actually docked points for not getting the report? Not docked points, because obviously you don't get points if you don't do the report right. I mean, like, they actually downgraded what the main job was as a result of that, which is kind of weird. But we have a nice, decent stock. We'll probably be sending out... I probably should have sent out our home and unnamed, considering they're both level 3s that have nothing on them, really. Nothing of value. Nice job. Okay, so it looks like we've got that. We've got the full amount. But that's not a whole lot, because, well, we didn't send out a whole lot. And the job wasn't worth very much, but we've got some nice drives here. And I think this one just says object. So I'm really curious to know what this one turns out to be. What is that? What is that? What was that? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh, I'm going uphill into trees. There was something right behind me. Unless, I don't know, maybe I like bumped a rock and it rolled downhill or something, but it really sounded like something was like running on all fours behind me. I'm gonna have to go back and check if that sounded the same as whatever I heard in the beginning of this video when I was on the walk over here. Ow. Okay, no. There's also the thing that I had failed to consider. I have to get off now. There's also the thing I had failed to consider, which is that, like, things are gonna become more common the farther into this we go. We're on, like, what are we, entering, like, day 11? I think we're still, like, the night of day 10. I'm definitely starting to feel like there's something out here. Close behind us. Now's a good time for accounting with Chris, right? I mean, right? I don't know, I can't think, but I feel like counting can maybe help take our mind off of it. I don't know, I'm not even doing the counting out loud. That's how bad I am with this. Whatever, point is, goodbye. I'm just truly gonna hate being out here now. It was a job. Now it's... what is all that? We're seeing it from the back. I wasn't used to seeing that huge shadow with no red dot on it. Can I use my inventory while I'm on the bike? I can't. I was thinking, if I could take the GPS and just stick it on the front panel here, that would be amazing. That would be like the ultimate tool now. But as it stands, since it can't find the ATV, I can't see all that much use for it. Simply for the reason that, like, I mean, sure, I guess it could be useful if I have a moment to get off the bike. Wow, we managed to do all that and get back before midnight? Wow. Every once in a while, these doors seem to take a little longer to close than I think they should, and it makes me wonder if someone's not opening them. Okay, so you are actually done. Just object. Whoops. Oh my god. That was, okay, that was unmistakably a vocalization, right? Say that. It almost sounds like some kind of, like, pained, like, agonized voice trying to choke out some kind of, like, final message or something. That came from space, yo. Okay, put you back. We'll sell that at our first opportunity. We've got a lot of money we can make right here. And we need a new drive into here. We're gonna need a bunch of new ones next. It's seeming increasingly likely that our predecessor was not just losing his mind, that, well, we're being haunted from land and air. Well, does that even count as air at this point? Either way, we are in the perfect spot, ground zero, to receive both. In any case, as midnight rolls around, we're gonna find out our job, and like I said, I am going to keep playing on this save. However, I think I'm ready to call it here. I'm sitting on something like 9 hours worth of playtime now, and I think that I'm only just gonna be starting to get into what this game actually is. But I've got a much more solid base than ever, thanks in large part to your guys' help. Okay, now we're sending out a level 3, 2 level 1s, and a level 0. This will be a fairly easygoing day, which means that hopefully we can focus more on the important stuff. The enormity of my work is really starting to become clear. Wouldn't you agree? It seems our friend is back out and about. Not that I would know, but I wonder if that's not the direction I was just in. Between now and next time, I'm gonna have a thorough read of the help thing, which these things should all really be tooltips, like, within the laptop. But I'm gonna end it here. I really want to see more of what this game is getting at, because, you know, like I've been saying, it's a tough balancing act. It needs to allow the tedium to really be tedium for these scares to land. And I have to say, after 9 hours of sitting here, those little mysteries that would have been nothing in a regular, like, exploration game are something huge. That pained voice that we just got from space, the one that at first seemed no different from any of the other signals, finding the writings of the previous occupant in that weird abandoned bunker beneath the base, the mystery of what's beyond that door and what's skittered behind us in the dark of the woods twice in these 10 days. This game is just so full of mystery, but unlike other games, they are actually mysteries. They are actually elusive. But I guess it's my job to hunt them down. That'll have to be later, though. Until then, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, or things I should do within this playthrough, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.